All right. Finally, we're able to record after a month.
Been a minute.
Yeah, excuses and all.
Totally.
Let's see if I could. Oh, your volume's all the way up. Okay. So I came up with an interesting topic that I've come across every day. Why the fuck is there always one or two registers open in every store now?
Like, why are they not all open? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
that's what I'm saying.
Dude, I have no idea. It's like that at every store I'm at too.
Cause,
Doesn't matter where.
cause I went to Walmart and majority of the workers they're not even doing shit. And there's always like two people in the long lines, and people in the self checkout is always long too.
Yeah, I always see them stacking up at the front door checking receipts. Or they're sitting by the self-checkout. That's it. Maybe one or two lanes open. So I don't know. I don't know why.
They don't even give a shit at the front door. Like I remember when we bought our bins for the room, like big giant bins, we put our groceries in there, and they didn't even look.
Oh
So if you wanted to,
my god.
we could just put anything in there.
Really could have. All they do is put a smiley face on it. That's it.
Also, what's it called? Did you know you could buy cars on TikTok Shop?
Cars as in Hot
So,
Wheels?
so I heard of a story. Let me pull it. There's a story of a guy who bought a Bugatti on TikTok.
What? No way that's real.
So I think he spent like around $300,000 for, not 300,000, like 30K. Yeah, 30K on a Bugatti for TikTok Shop, and they gave him, like, they sent him a full ass pallet, and it was a foam car.
Foam car for 30K?
Like the whole car is made of foam, but it was like in exact detail Bugatti. Like they made a whole ass documentary about this.
Oh my god. I've seen people do it from Wish, but I've never seen them people do it from TikTok. That's a new one.
So everything was legit, right? Like the whole outside car, the license plate. But as soon as they looked under, it was hollow, hollow as hell. So it was just straight up, just foam.
That's crazy.
So bro got scammed at
Bro,
30K.
that's crazy. That is absolutely wild. Wow.
I like the TikTok shop, but damn, buying cars. I know you could buy PS5s and shit.
Oh my god. That's crazy. Yeah, I know you can buy PS5s. They're even starting to sell Lego sets and what's it called on there? Lego sets, Pokemon, shit like that, but never heard of a car. That's crazy to me. Can't believe you got scammed out of 30K for a car.
I remember when I got scammed from OfferUp. Biggest mistake is because I used to have a Switch
Uh-uh.
Lite, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, everyone could just take off their controllers and have fun and play. So I was like, I want a Switch. Can I have a Switch? So I searched it up, and it was like $30 for a Switch, everything on it, and I was like, this is too good to be true. I'll buy it. The
Oh,
guys,
you actually sent the money, huh?
yeah, and then he asked for a little bit more for shipping, and then he said that I'm missing another $10. So then I gave the number to Alex to run his, Zans, to run the IP, and it said from India.
Ah, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah, I remember I had one on OfferUp as well, and I wanted to get this Lego set. And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I'm selling it for 250." And I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, yeah, if you could do half now and then half when you could get the box. I was like, all right, So it was only like $100.
Right.
He said, just do $100. I was like, okay. Did $100, sent it over to him, sent me everything saying that it's on his way, and then right when it gets to being shipped out, like on a plane, he cancels it and takes it back. And he basically ghosted me. I reported his account and it got taken down. I was like, that's crazy, lost on $100.
Well,
So crazy stuff, dude. Crazy, crazy stuff.
I don't know. It was just the second time I got scammed. First time I got scammed
Damn.
was for Christmas time because apparently there was a website or a link on Instagram, and they said this PlayStation we're giving away PlayStation Slims for $100. I was like, oh, $100? I can buy that. I paid $100. I never seen it. I even messaged
Wow.
them, got nothing. I messaged the official company and they said, yeah, we don't sell PlayStations or stuff like that. So you got scammed by
Wow.
someone else. I was like, oh, wow.
That's crazy
So I
work.
ended up saving up and going to GameStop and just buying my own PS4 used.
There you go. Had to. If anything, I could have just sold you mine.
Yeah, but I
That's
didn't have
crazy.
internet at the time.
Mm,
Dude,
it's true.
before internet, I felt powerful.
It
No,
felt
for real
powerful.
though,
It's
because I was
crazy.
like, I was very social. And I used to go out a lot.
Damn.
The next thing you know, we got internet in the house, and I was always inside.
Yeah, I was never a gamer until COVID, honestly. Once COVID kind of hit and it shut everything down, I was like, all right, let's play some video games, and now they got me hooked.
I think COVID fucked everything up for everybody. Everyone used to be social.
Yeah, yeah, it really did.
I remember I used to skate out a lot too, especially with Peanut in high school years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we I never even though I was into video games back then, I wasn't into like online video games.
No, I wasn't even into video games back then. I always wanted to be out. I was always out with friends, and we were always going to like, either parties or we were going to, the beach or the mall or shops, stuff like that. But yeah.
Honestly,
And then once it got to COVID, I was like, all right, well, looks like I'm doing this now.
I remember not having internet for a while. I was able to go out with friends and shit, and I still don't know. I'm like, dude, the data here sucks. Can we get internet? She says, ¿Tienes dinero? I'm like, no, I do not. And she just rubbed that in my face all the time.
It's crazy. They're like, no, just go work for it.
I'm curious.
Wow. What's up?
What's it called? So I was doing
I
research
have no
earlier
idea.
while I was laying down,
Mm-hmm.
and you know how there's people that are drunk and high, and they like to combine food and stuff.
Yeah.
Cause I always tell T, I always hate the internet because they always post stupid shit on here. And apparently, I ran into
Okay, I'm listening.
pregnancy cravings, and one of them was chocolate and pickles,
Oh, dude, I heard about that.
ice cream and hot sauce,
Yep.
garlic and chocolate,
Yep.
cheese and jam, eggs with soda,
What the
pizza and ice cream, peanut butter and olives.
peanut butter and olives? Wow.
There's this one video I saw years ago. It was this old man. He has a cherry pie, and because he thinks it's too sweet, he puts a slice of cheese on it, so it takes away some of the sweetness.
Yeah. That's just straight up gross. That's insane.
Hey, some people even like fucking peanut butter and burgers and hot Cheetos with milk.
Yeah, that's a little much. That's wow, dude. Some people have some. crazy taste buds. Just beyond crazy.
But I did want to get that cookbook
Jeez.
by Snoop Dogg. I forgot what
Why?
it was. He made something. It was like I forgot what it was, but it was like crushed up Doritos as the breading, and I forgot what else it was. But it was just really. It looked really
Or
cool, and I was
something?
like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, I've seen a couple people do like the Lay's chips. You know, they'll break them up and then
Yeah.
they use like chicken and stuff like that and they fry it. A lot of people say it's good, but I don't know.
Oh, something
That's
that T
crazy.
and I were talking about the other day because I saw a video. And I took a screenshot. Let me pull that up right now because I never thought about
Okay.
it, but T has thought about it before. It says, "When I'm bored in a room full of strangers, I imagine us all caught up in a catastrophe or apocalypse, and we're forced to survive together. And I imagine what each of our characters would be like, and our relations to one another, and how we all work together to survive. Who would turn on who?" And I told T, this sounds crazy. And she goes, "You never thought about that before?" And I said, "No." She's like, "Yeah, I used to think if we were in a bank or something, or we're in a fucking store and we get locked up, what we would do." I'm like, "Well, I never thought about it before because I could just, I'm always home,
Yeah,
so I know
that's
who I'm
true.
gonna be stuck with."
That is true. Yeah, I don't
So
know. I mean, that's kind of crazy to think about. I actually never thought about it like that.
that's how when the whole scared thing was going on before about the whole World War III possibility. I was telling T, I'm like,
Oh
dude,
yeah.
all we should all figure out a way to get walkie talkies or some shit, radios.
Yeah, we gotta do World War III. Shoot. Would be your first move?
Take out the neighborhood.
Take out the
Like it
neighborhood?
sounds bad, but you don't. Okay, you don't really talk to neighbors much out here. I don't know about you, but I really don't.
Okay.
So I don't know how these people are. They could be crazy. They could try to take us out. So I told him my best solution is to take everyone else out before, not before the apocalypse, but you know, in the beginning.
Hmm. I respect it.
But yet T won't let me have a gun.
Yeah, my girl says she doesn't want me to have a gun either. She's scared I'm gonna use it on myself.
What the hell? And
I was like, nah, I'm not gonna use it on myself. It's more for just protection.
and oddly enough, a video came up. And here's my theory. Here's my theory. I do think the government is listening in, and they do give us videos and stuff on what we talk about. But back to my point,
Why?
because a video popped up saying when me waiting POV, someone finally breaks into my house, and now I'm allowed to use my Second Amendment.
Would you say you waiting what?
So the video said POV, you're chilling at home and someone breaks in, and now you're allowed to use your Second Amendment, and they're all happy as hell walking up to them. Cause I always tell T, I want to be prepared if someone ever breaks in. I want to, I want to do something.
Yeah.
Not not murder or anything, but like I want
Yeah, you want to disarm them.
to. Yeah,
I get what you're saying. I know it's not really. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're just gonna kill him," but it's like, no, it's not used for killing. It's just to disarm the dude. I mean, if you think about it, you don't necessarily have to aim for the center mass or for a head. You just hit him in the leg,
not
hit him in the arm.
not just that. It's just since it all connects to our internet conversation. I watch too many videos of people knocking on doors at 2 or 3 in the morning. The people or the person opens it, and then the lady's like, "Oh,
Oh
I
yeah, they
need
get
help. Can
rushed.
I use your phone or something like that?" They open their door a bit, and then they get rushed in by 3, 4 guys wearing
I know.
ski
I remember
masks and shit.
seeing one like that, and it was the African American chick, and she was just chilling here. She's like knocking on the door, and she's in like a really, really tight like dress, and she kind of looks like beat up.
Mm.
And the guy goes to the camera. He goes, "What do you want?" And she goes, "I need help, please. I really need help." And then if you look behind, you can see like three or four dudes in the back because she keeps looking back. And then the guy opens the door, and here, the guy pulls out a shotgun, and he's just sitting there. And he's like, "Tell you and your friends you need to leave." And they take off running. You see like five or six people take off running into the street, and
I
I'm
think I
like,
seen that one
"Damn!"
too.
I was like, "Dude, we're prepared." What happened?
I think I've seen that one too.
Yeah, I was like, "Dude, crazy." People are just crazy nowadays, man. Can't just leave other people alone.
I'm curious now. What would happen if we all lost Wi-Fi for a whole week? Like, and
Well,
when I mean by that is no social media's working, no YouTube's working, no Facebook, none of that. You can't even get on to look at emails or anything.
oh, so you're talking about like a full-on blackout, right? Is that
Mm,
what you're talking about?
just for the internet, not electricity, just internet. Like texting is still a
Oh,
thing, calls are still a thing.
um, texting is still a thing, calling still a thing. You just can't do anything else.
Yeah, you just can't use social media like Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter.
Um, I don't know. I have a feeling a lot of people will go mental. You know, like even then, like yeah, I understand I use TikTok a lot. I may use Instagram a lot, but even then, it's like
I know for a fact
I
parents
can last a week
parents
without
would
it.
go mental first because majority of parents are iPad parents. They give their kids iPads or tablets. I mean, I see parents do that. They just give them a tablet or an iPad. And they're like, "Hey, there, watch your Coco Melon, watch your YouTube Kids shit." So if that's taken
Yeah, watch your
away,
dancing fruit, stuff like
there
that.
now that
Yeah.
that's taken away, what does the kid do? What does the parent do about it?
Take them outside, let them play in the grass. I don't know. Honestly, I have a feeling, yeah, I think you're right. I think it's gonna be parents, and it'll be like teenagers, stuff like that, that'll lose their mind.
I remember before Wi-Fi, I if I see a certain light turn on the streets, like as soon as the lights turn on the streets, that's when I know when to go
Yeah,
home.
go home.
Nowadays,
Exactly.
kids just look at their phones, look at the internet.
I know. We always knew because we were outside playing. We knew once you can't see the ball anymore, it's time to go home.
You see a man in the corner looking at you, go home.
Oh my God,
But no, my mom used to
that's
tell
kind of
me that
scary.
shit.
See a man in the corner.
Not just a man in the corner specifically. She would just tell me if you see a weird person out there, not to talk to them or anything, just stay within the house area.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've seen some crazy people, but nothing like that. Yeah, I remember there was a homeless guy one time. We were at practice at some park down the street from my house, and this homeless guy was like coming up to my homie and he was just talking to him. But like, mind you, okay, we're like 13, 14 years old. He's talking to him in like a sexual way. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, dude, like you're like 40 years old. He's a homeless guy. And then the cops show up and they said, oh yeah, we're looking for a homeless guy. They said he was last spotted here. And we're like, oh, I was like, can I describe a person I saw? I described the person to the cops and like, oh yeah, that's the person we're looking for. And I was like, oh yeah, he walked down that way towards the end of the park. Apparently he got into someone's house
Right.
and I think either beat the wife or beat the maid or whatever was in there and he left. Freaking crazy, dude. People are crazy.
No, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like things were simple back then. Now it's
I
just
can't hear you.
complicated.
Your mic cut out.
Oh, I said back then it was just simple. Now everything's complicated.
I know.
Like,
That's true.
I could be applying for a job, and they said, oh, you have to do everything online. I remember my first job at Taco Bell, 2019, right before like right before everything else went down, I was
Yeah,
able
and
to.
everything went kind of electric.
Yeah, I was able to use paper. Now you need to have
Yeah.
like these websites and apps to work and get on payroll.
I know, dude. I've been like, that's the one thing too about jobs, especially like, because I've been trying to get something just to pay for my classes so I can get my career going.
Yeah.
It's like I've called so many places. I'm like, hey, can I come in and get an application? And I kid you not, all of them have said, oh, we have applications online for jobs that are open. Just look online, apply to them, and we'll get back to you if you make it past. So every single one doesn't have any applications in store, and you have to go strictly online.
All right.
I'm like that's just crazy.
I don't know. I feel like it's way too complicated now.
Yeah, they're doing the most, and on top of that too, you have the whole AI stuff. So they'll have like a system that runs through everything, and if you don't meet the like perfection standards, you get dropped from the search for the job. That's crazy, dude.
And it's not just that. Um, it's also jobs need a lot of requirements like licenses and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you need to have this license and have this much experience, or you need to have, you know, you need to have worked this job before.
Mhm. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So many jobs ask for experience and all these licenses, and I'm like, how do you expect everybody to get that if they're just looking for something small? Doesn't
It,
make any sense.
yeah, like I've seen one where it says to take care of old people in an old people home, and I was like, all right, I'm down to apply for that. Then they said you need a driver's license and you need to have done this job before years prior. And I'm like, how am I gonna work this job? If it's asking me to have experience.
That's what I'm saying. The same thing too. I applied for a job for security, and I was like, cool, it's like 20 something dollars an hour, but I just basically patrol. It was two different nursing home areas, and I was like, oh, I don't mind doing that. That's pretty chill. And then you need to have 5 years experience, but mind you, it says entry level. So I'm like, how is this an entry level job when you need 5 years experience and all these other licenses or like certificates to move forward? It doesn't make any sense with me. It's like, what's the point of an entry level job?
Yeah. And also they even if you get right, let's see, even if you have the requirements, and they said, oh, we'll get back to you when we can, but then hire someone else instead. I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, I think so
Because
too.
there was this gas station down my street, and they said, yeah, we'll give you an application, and you can just give it to us, and we'll let you know. I gave it to them, and then they said, yeah, come back in a couple months, we'll let you know. I came back, I'm like, hey, so how's the application? And they're like, oh, something went wrong with this, we couldn't hire you. But they hired someone else. I'm right down the
That's
street.
crazy. That's crazy.
But
Wow.
I guess everything's online now, so paper doesn't matter.
Nope, it doesn't. And if you don't qualify to their AI standards, their stuff that checks the applications, you get dropped, which sucks. It's just crazy, man, how this stuff works now. Can't even get a job.
But yeah, I think that's all I could say about the internet right now, because now because I'm pretty sure we all know the internet's corrupted everyone. Nothing's real on there.
Definitely. I agree. I agree. I agree that, you know, all of it, the internet, even if you want to get like really specific, social media in general, has really poisoned everybody mentally, you know?
Yeah.
It has a hold on everybody's mental, I guess, grasp of life, you know? If it's
Right.
not on social media, then it's not real life. I'm like, not how it works.
Well, that's all I have to say about
So,
that. You want to throw anything in? Anything else you want to throw
about,
out? The internet?
I think that's good.
All right, then I think we are done.
Nice.